So anyways, let's go over the fire extinguishers. Okay, these are very basic, very simple to use. We want you to get the ABC ones because the ABC will tell you what type of fires it will take care of. A class fires or anything that creates an ash. Okay, that's an A. So paper, plastic, anything that like that. B is anything, this is how I remember it, anything in a barrel or a bottle. So liquid fires. So we put out liquid fires also. C is anything that carries a current or a charge. So we'll also put out electrical fires without being shocked. Okay? So that's your classes of the fires. The other things that we want to talk about with the fire extinguishers is how to use them. Okay, first of all, it has a gauge on here. You guys can see that? Kind of small. But it's got to be in the green. If it's not in the green, then it means don't use it, don't go. Okay? So it has to be in the green. And then what you want to do, we use the acronym PASS, which is pull the pin. See, this has a little tie strip on it. The bottom is the handle. Okay? So if you hold it by the handle and you pull this pin out, you twist it a little bit, it'll break that tie, and then press the trigger. That's what discharges it. Does that make sense? So this is a powder in here that's got a pickup tube on the bottom. So what we have to do with our extinguishers that we have on our vehicles, every month we take them in upside down and smack them and make sure that they stay in powder form. Because over time, with this just sitting in the vehicle being packed down, it becomes a solid. It's not a powder anymore. And it will not pick up a solid. Does that make sense? So we use the acronym PASS, pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, not at the flames, right at the fuel. Squeeze the trigger all the way and sweep slowly. Does that make sense? Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep at the base of the fire, and it'll put the fire out. Now this will only put out the size of like a small trash can fire. They don't last long. Even the ones that we recommend that you get for your home only last 12 to 15 seconds when you discharge them.
Oh, wow. 12 to 15 seconds.
You want to make sure, what's the very first thing if you have a fire? What's the first thing you do? Very first thing.
You took a quiz on this.
Call 911, okay? On all fires, you want to call 911 first before you try to put it out, because if you can't put it out with this, we want to be on the way, right? Because you don't want to waste seconds. But just make sure that we're
report to the
already on the
attendant's
way.
office.
Because
Judith
we don't get mad.
Reyes,
If
please
you-
report to the attendant's office.
You put the fire out, we still gotta come check it, okay? Because a lot of times people think, even though this little trash can, they put the fire out, in a house, there's insulation in the walls. It can catch fire inside the walls and you wouldn't even know. Because it'll go up into the attic and then you lose the whole house. So you wanna make sure that we come regardless, because within Los Angeles City, by law, you have to call us, because if that fire gets in the wall and you lose your house, you won't be covered by insurance. So you want to make sure that we come check it out. In the old days, we would come in, we take our axe and tear apart the wall. That's why people didn't want to call us, because we were messing up your wall. But we make sure the fire's not in there, so your house doesn't burn down. Now we have tools that we can look. If there's heat in the wall, that's the only way we're going to tear it apart. So, but you got to make sure that you call us, because how many vehicles do you think is coming for a single family dwelling when you call 911?
Say that again?
How many vehicles, fire department vehicles?
Oh, vehicles. The fire truck.
Equipment.
Oh, equipment.
Yeah. It's going to be 2 trucks, and there's going to be at least 4 engines and 1 rescue. And that's just for us, you know. And so when you call 911 for a fire, that's what's coming your way. Okay, that's on a simple fire. So once they say, okay, they're going to stay on the line with you, and they say, hey, I put the fire out, then they get a hold of us, and then only 1 vehicle's coming, whether a truck or an engine's going to come, but they'll make sure the fire's out. How much do we charge for a 911 call? 0. You don't get charged for fires. We love fires. It's fun for us, okay? So that's what we're trained to do, but we don't charge you for that. We're there That's our job, to put the fires out if it's there, okay? The only time you get charged for calling 911 is when it's a medical call and we have to transport you. That's it. Other than that, you can be sick and call 911, and if we don't transport you, we don't charge you anything. Okay, so don't be afraid to call 911. We're more than happy to come out and help out whenever we can. Okay, but with the extinguishers, it's very simple. And when we get into the classes and stuff like that, when we're doing the CERT classes, I'll make sure that we have the digital bullets so that you can actually, we can use it in the class, where you put out a digital fire with a laser.
Oh, right.
So it's
Okay.
actually pretty cool. So, because once you use one of these and see how well they work, I mean, they work fantastic, but it's not like you're going to put out a house fire with one of these. The other things that we want to let people know also is, for your household, we want one bigger than this, kind of like the ones we have in the hallways in the school, about that size, and we want you to have 2 of them. The reason why we want you to have 2 of them is because all extinguishers, for whatever reason, have a 10% fill rate. So that's crappy odds. So we want to make sure that you have at least 2 of them. So if one doesn't work, you have a backup one. At my house, I have 8 extinguishers because I just have bad luck. So I just want to make sure that I have enough extinguishers because for whatever reason, crap catches on fire. So you got to put something out. So, but have 2 of these. Costco has the best prices. So every other month they sell them, like one of the bigger ones for like $32. So, and nobody can beat the price because they buy so many of them. So